The Outer Banks Visitors Bureau is proud to support the Market Minutes podcast. Through our work with the Outer Banks Long Range Tourism Management Plan, and as part of the Outer Banks Promise, our pledge to inspire more responsible visitation and better stewardship, one of the promises we encourage community members to make is to support local. Small acts have big impacts. By supporting local artisans and makers that you'll see throughout the markets in the summertime and on this podcast, you're helping to preserve the creativity and spirit that makes this place so special. Make your promise today at obxpromise.com, and thanks for watching.
Welcome to another episode of the Market Minutes podcast, brought to you by the Outer Banks Visitors Bureau, joined right now by Alyssa Crespo with Henna Vibe. Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
Doing great.
Thank you for joining me.
Yes.
And telling us all about Henna Vibe. So give me the big overview of it all.
Henna Vibe. I have been practicing henna for over 10 years. I started when I was in high school. A friend of mine, we were down by the creek just hanging out. She had a henna tube and she just was having fun and did a little henna on me. And I just fell in love with it. I was like, that's really cool. I've always been into art, took art classes. My dad's a great artist. So that is just what I was attracted to. And so I started buying my own cones on like Amazon, and I would practice them myself and my friends. And I was just having fun with it in high school. And then my mom, she's a great saleswoman. She's really good at what she does. And she kind of pushed me to make it a business. And so I started at her friend's little shop. I started doing henna. And then here I am. I'm from Buffalo. And so I moved here on the Outer Banks about 7 years ago. And that's when my business really started going off. And I got a sole proprietorship, Henna Vibe. And so here we are. And
so you were doing it in Buffalo then?
I was doing it in Buffalo.
And then so did the timing, did it match up? Like the time you kind of started peaking with this and making it into a business was when you also moved?
One reason I moved was to get away from my hometown, and because I just felt pretty stuck. And Buffalo's cold, as you can imagine. So I wanted to move somewhere warmer where I could thrive with my henna a little bit more.
So how do you like it down here? I feel like the vibe's better for henna than Buffalo. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I could be totally wrong about that, but yeah.
No, there's henna artists that thrive up there for sure. But for me, I just needed to move and start new, start fresh. And I love it down here. The community is amazing and supportive. And like I was saying, I do really well with the tourist season. And I love meeting people. And that's like one of my favorite parts about doing what I do. So yeah, it's been great down here. I love being on the Outer Banks.
So what is it like to get into henna? Like, is it something you're practicing on paper long before you ever do anything more with it? Henna is also a type of art that people do on paper, right? Is it, am I wrong here? Explain this to me.
I mean, henna is meant to be on the skin. It stains the skin. You can practice on paper, of course. It's an art form. So there's henna designs, like right here. Like you can practice henna art on anything, but henna typically will be art on the body. Yeah.
Is there a cultural significance behind henna? Where did henna originate from?
Awesome. Yeah. So I love sharing this. Henna, a couple thousand years ago, was discovered in northern Africa. It's a plant. So this is the henna plant, essentially. It can be 4 to 8 feet tall. And it has white flowers, but what people do is they'll take the leaves and the stems from the plant and turn it into a powder. And then the powder can be turned into a paste to dye the skin. But before, it was used as adornment for the body, henna was used for different medicinal purposes. So it actually was first discovered that it can cool down your body. So people in Africa would take it and put it on their hands and their feet and their head to cool down in the desert. It's also great for headaches and fevers because it cools down. It's an antiseptic. So it has great medicinal purposes too. And then they discovered, oh, why don't we decorate our bodies with this?
Because they were putting it on anyway to keep cool? Is that
right?
Why? Okay.
And they saw that it was staining their body.
Oh, okay.
And I'm pretty sure there's different histories of henna, but what I've read is that it was used amongst the poor because they couldn't afford jewelry. So they would adorn themselves with henna. It's a plant. It also traveled with Islamic religion. So it's, Northern Africa, Egypt, Morocco, and then it would go up to like Southern Europe and then Middle East and India. It's also from India. So these are actual different designs from each of those places. So this one is Moroccan. You can see it's more geometrical, straight lines. This is India. Tons of patterns. It fills the hand, very detailed. And then this is Middle East. So they have more bold, thick lines, some negative space. Yeah, so there's different designs depending on where it's from.
So when you're doing your henna and learning, did you pick a style or do you make your own style? How does that work?
So when I started, I would just like look at a henna and copy it just to learn, when I do it, I just do what I like. I feel like I tend to do more of the Indian style, but it's different. I mean, this is like a combo of both. So I did this about 5 days ago. Yeah, you can tell it's a little bit of both. It has negative space, but it has the fine details like an Indian henna would have too. So, yeah.
Does the henna art, is it kind of an enclosed system, or are you able to take other techniques that you learn from different kinds of art? I mean, you can basically do whatever you want with it. It's not like a martial art where it's like...
It's very Yeah, I can do whatever I want. And I also do henna art. You're asking, I can also do henna on other things. So I will do henna art with paint. I'll put paint in a tube instead of henna paste. And I'll henna plant pots, like terracotta plant pots. And I'll do paintings with henna, so it's very versatile. I like to think of it that way anyway. It's fun.
And when you're doing it on the skin, how long does it last for?
It lasts 1 to 2 weeks on the skin to be safe. It can last up to a month if you keep it on that first initial time that I put it on you. If you keep it on for 4 to 12 hours, the longer you keep it on, the longer it'll last. And then there's taking care of it. So to take care of it, you would put oil on your hand before you shower, before you go in the water, just all the time. And it'll help keep it moisturized and repel water. So that's what'll help it last longer. But what it does is the plant itself attaches to keratin proteins in your skin. So that's what creates the stain, is the henna attaching to the keratin proteins. So some people, I've had a couple clients where they don't have keratin in their skin, so it doesn't stain them. So it's
how does that? You don't know until
until they get it. Yeah. Like, no one's mad, but yeah, it's cool that you got to have keratin to have henna.
It's really neat. So if someone comes to your booth at the Soundside Market,
yes.
How does it work? How long does it take? Can they ask for any certain things? Like, what's your process?
So at my booth, you'll come in and I have a sign that kind of gives you instructions, because usually it's just me there. And if I'm in the middle of doing something, I need to have some guidance for people. So you sign up on the sign up sheet. I typically will get a line pretty quick. So you sign up. I have a few books you can look through with designs. Usually people will just pick a design. And sometimes they'll be like, you don't have to do exactly this, which is fun for me because I like to get creative. It's what I do. Or some people will have a picture of what they want. I'll tell them yes or no, and then I'll give them a price. I'm happy to also like, they'll give me a price of what they want to spend, and then I just do whatever. That's the most fun. Is when I can just have the creative freedom. But yeah, I do all different things. I can do little $5 tattoos. That's my minimum. Or I can do, some people ask to do their whole arm, or whole leg, or both of their feet. Yeah, so it's a really wide range, but that's how it is at Soundside Market.
How long does it take? I guess it depends on the tattoo you're getting.
Yeah, I'm fast. Like a $20 henna that'll like, kind of fill your hand. It'll take me like 10 minutes, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. So usually people will get like $10 to $25 hennas. So I can get through people pretty quick, but I also make sure I take my time and make sure it looks good and the person's happy, of course.
Did you have to work hard to get faster?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually, one of my first henna jobs was at Six Flags Darien Lake up near Buffalo. So I was with the caricature artists. We were, where you get your face drawn. So we were next to them, and we would have lines upon lines of people, and I got good real quick working there.
It forced you to get
for like 8 hours straight.
Yeah.
That's what really helped. The more you do it, the better you get.
Yeah. Just immersing yourself in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's cool. If people want to find you online, where can they find you?
My Instagram is where you're going to find all the information. It's Henna Vibe, no spaces, nothing, at Henna Vibe. And I do have a link tree linked on there with all my other services or everything else. So I make henna kits, so you can make henna yourself. And I love that I do that because a lot of henna kits that you get out there have toxins in them. And I just want to make sure it's safe for your skin. And so I sell henna kits on like Etsy and my paintings. And so that's under my link tree and my Instagram. And you can also book with me on my Instagram through Square. So, yeah. Do
you go to people?
I was doing private appointments at High Vibe Holistics, which is really funny because I'm Henna Vibe, High Vibe anyway. She's a good friend of mine, Emily, and I will do it there. Sometimes people will come to my house. I have a 2-year-old little boy, so right now I'm just like going with the flow. I can't really have like concrete times for private appointments right now, but yeah, I can go to people. Some people will invite me over to their home if they're visiting here, and I'll do their whole family.
Wow.
So I can do in-homes. I do birthday parties. I can get hired for private events and celebrations, bachelorette parties, weddings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. I do all the things.
And visitors. I mean, what a cool thing to go home with.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It creates a memory.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Alyssa Crespo, thanks for talking to me. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
See you out at the Soundside Market.
Yes. See you there.